In 2015, Star Wars The Force Awakens was released. It was the biggest blockbuster opening up to that point. After directing it, J.J. Abrams wasn't going to direct Episode 8, because that's just how it was going to work. Instead, Rian Johnson did, that being The Last Jedi, which also opened really big. However, many fans have noticed that The Last Jedi doesn't go in a direction that would lead to a sequel. Stuff like Snoke being killed, the First Order being wiped, and more weren't handled in a way that sets itself up for a sequel. So, what happened when Episode 9 came along? Director of the Jurassic World movies, Colin Trevorrow, was meant to direct and write Star Wars Episode 9. It was a huge task for Trevorrow, as he was concluding a 42-year-long saga, and probably the biggest in film history. However, Kathleen Kennedy, the current president of Lucasfilm and one of the producers for the sequel trilogy, let Trevorrow go due to creative differences. After that, J.J. Abrams was brought back to direct this conclusion, but there is only one problem. Colin Trevorrow was fired from the project in about mid-2018, which was around the same time J.J. Abrams was brought back to direct and write. However, the movie was meant to be released in December of 2019, which didn't give Abrams a whole lot of time to figure out the script. Not to mention, even then, it was hard to go further than The Last Jedi. So, Abrams had his own ideas and ways to work around these problems. After The Last Jedi, J.J. Abrams was actually able to get out of the hole he thought to be dug in by Rian Johnson. He also openly disliked The Last Jedi. According to the New York Times, Abrams praised it for being subversive and bold, and full of surprises, but then follows it with this quote, "On the other hand, it's a bit of a meta approach to the story. I don't think that people go to see Star Wars to be told this doesn't matter." So, what did he do? There was the First Order, and now there's the Final Order. General Hux is a spy. Rose is much less important. And Palpatine is alive. And he also created Snoke. Abrams had more ideas, though. Finn is Force sensitive. Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Mace Windu were gonna be Force ghosts. Lando was gonna mention his lost daughter. Those are all allegedly, by the way. Much more as well. But there is one problem, and that was the House of Mouse. I know what you're wondering. What did the House of Mouse do to this movie? Well, this video is starting to get a little long, and maybe not that this video is getting long, but if I tell you all the information in this one video, then this video will be long. So, stay tuned for the next few days, where you'll see Part 2 to Star Wars, The Rise of Two Visions. Just because this is a two-parter and Part 1, there won't be a question of the day. There will be next part, though. So stay tuned and come back for that. Anyways, guys, be sure to like this video, comment, subscribe. That was this episode of The In-Depth Detective. I'll have Part 2 once again very soon. See you guys.